This morning on DC News Now, fight fiasco. 10 fights in one day break out at a Prince George's County high school. What students can expect when they head back to class today. It's cool and dry out the door this morning, but what about the Christmas holiday? Salary transparency, a new law that could soon reveal the minimum and maximum salaries for all jobs in the district. And stretching your dollar, a local university is now offering free resources to help you shop for foods that are good for you.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good morning. It is 6 o'clock right now on a Wednesday morning. Starting off with a live look outside. Another cold start to our morning here across the DMV, but we do want to say thanks for starting your day with us here on DC News Now. I'm Tanaya Wright.
And I'm Shanika Grimshaw in for Corey James. It is cold outside, and it's even cold in here. I'm trying to warm up my hands here. But we have Liberty. You're tracking the commute this morning. It doesn't look too bad.
We do have a crash with a deer, but I'll get to that in a bit.
Okay. All right. But first,
it's been worse.
As I've been complaining, Brittany, you're in for Jackie this morning. It is freezing, but it's going to warm up later.
Yeah, later on in the week.
In the week. Okay.
In the warm up. Not really today.
I was hoping today.
Not really today. What's that song? I really can't stay. Oh, baby, it's cold.
Baby, it's cold outside.
Which is why I'm walking over to the green screen right now. All right. Your time now, 6 o'clock. Satellite and radar showing you the overall picture. We have high pressure just off to our south. That's what's going to be keeping us quiet and sunny as we head through your Wednesday. But guys, those temperatures, you really want to have the jacket when stepping out the door. Much of the DMV sitting below freezing right now. Lower 30s here in the nation's capital. Only teens as you head further off to the Allegheny front, 20s as you head further off into the Hagerstown, Frederick area. But you factor in the wind chill values, what it feels like the 20s across much of the DMV. So we'll talk about that forecast in just a bit. Liberty? Well, sheriff's deputies are on the scene of a crash here. This is in Ashburn along VA 7 westbound near Belmont Ridge Road. We're learning that this is involving a collision with a deer, so watch out for those emergency vehicles in that area. The deputies are marking up the scene there, and it could impact your commute if you are traveling in the westbound lanes on VA 7 this morning. Now, here's a live look at 395 at 14th Street Bridge, where traffic is moving along smoothly on the bridge. Not too many cars out there on the road, but it's all looking good and clear. I'll send it to you at the desk.
Violence and chaos breaks out in a Prince George's County high school. That fight you just saw right there was one of 10 that happened yesterday.
It is concerning to students and parents who now want some answers. Our Lex Horace is live at Flowers High School this morning. So Lex, the school has not responded or given any sort of comment just yet?
Yeah, that's right. We're still waiting to hear back from the school and the school system this morning. Lots of unanswered questions here, wondering if there were any kids who were injured in these fights. Also wondering how the school is handling it. 10 scenes just like this one broke out during the school day. A student who saw the chaos said they watched multiple classmates jump in before school security broke things up. The fights leading to students being held in classrooms longer than usual, and parents wanting answers, feeling disturbed after seeing the videos of what happened.
What if someone end up in the hospital or get shot or get killed? And you thinking as a parent, you're at work, your kid is safe, whoever's in charge that needs to take care of this.
Some of the moms we spoke to are asking the school system to step up security. Now, the school's popular principal was put on administrative leave back in October. It is unclear if there was violence like this in the school when he was still here. Now, of course, once we hear back from the school system and get some updates, we'll bring them to you right here on DC News Now. For now, live in Springdale, I'm Lex Juarez. Back to you.
All right, Lex, thank you. Well, we now know who DC police shot in a busy part of downtown on Monday night. They say Corey Darnell Branch showed he had a gun while officers were running after him in Penn Quarter. The 27-year-old from Southeast DC didn't fire a shot, but one officer did, hitting Branch in the lower part of his body. He was taken to the hospital and is expected to survive. And that right there is the gun DC police say they found at the scene. As part of protocol. The officer who shot Branch is now on administrative leave while the investigation continues.
In Montgomery County, a major break in a 31-year-old cold case. Now, police arrested Xavier Battis in California and brought him back to Maryland to face rape charges. Police say that he raped a woman in a park in Chevy Chase back in 1992. The case remained unsolved for more than 3 decades. Recently, Montgomery County's cold case unit matched DNA evidence with the suspect, who is now 62. Police released these images of him. Take a look at your screen. They believe there could be more victims.
And a new bill passed by the D.C. Council aims to bring more transparency to the job market. It's called the Wage Transparency Omnibus Amendment Act of 2023. The bill requires employers to publish salary ranges for any job posting. It would also bar companies from asking potential employees about their salaries from past jobs. Councilmember Christina Henderson, who co-introduced the bill, says that the transparency it offers saves both sides of the hiring process time and money.
Not only have you wasted an employer's time, but you also waste your valuable time going through an interview process for a job that frankly doesn't allow for you to pay your rent.
Henderson also says much of the legislation is geared towards solving gender inequities. The bill will go into effect on June 30th. And it has to be signed by Mayor Bowser first. It also needs to go through congressional review.
The D.C. Council signed a letter yesterday urging Mayor Bowser to reconsider her decision on SNAP benefits. The letter says Bowser did not want to spend more than $39 million to increase SNAP benefits for next year. The extra money was supposed to come because of a surplus in the 2023 fiscal budget. This impacts more than 140,000 people in the district who rely on that funding. Members of the council say the mayor is disregarding D.C. law. And the mayor's office did respond to these comments. It says the Department of Human Services is experiencing operational and spending pressures across several programs, many of which are non-discretionary and support essential needs for housing, shelter, and financial, as well as medical assistance for our lowest income residents. It goes on to say the administration is committed to ensuring that the current services proceed without interruption and maximize federal resources available to increase nutrition assistance.
All right, it is now 6:06. A Maryland store owner is celebrating a rule change by the federal government over his ability to accept SNAP benefits. Altamont Wilkes opened Carmen's Corner store in Hagerstown after being released from prison in 2019. He ran into trouble when the USDA permanently denied him the ability to accept EBT at his store using the business integrity rule. So he began a nationwide effort to change that rule. He says that costed him money and denied low-cost food options for his community.
It really hurt because we really had good intentions on bringing quality and affordable food and beverage to this underserved community.
According to attorney Jared McClain with the Institute of Justice, the USDA denied Wilkes due to an unrelated drug crime that he already served time for.
Prince George's County Public Schools releasing a 90-day report. It outlines areas like school safety, transportation, and meaningful family and community engagement. Some immediate actions of the report include collaboration with the Parent and Community Advisory Council. The school system is also launching a task force on student health at High Point High School. That is to make sure students' well-being is good and make sure they have a safe learning environment. A transportation audit is also identifying opportunities for improvement within the system. Enhanced safety and security measures will also be implemented, including clear backpacks. Planning for the next school year, budget priorities include staffing and recruitment, academic improvement, student well-being and safety, and strategic planning to use funds for the blueprint for Maryland's future.
All right, heading to Virginia. Residents are raising concern over the Washington Capitals and Wizards' move to Alexandria. The plan is to transform part of the Potomac Yard neighborhood into an entertainment district. Now, that's according to Climate Central. The neighborhood is in an area that is a flood risk.
We have a great deal of concern about the actual construction of an arena in an area that may flood more and more down the road. The metro station has to be expanded, which could, of course, encroach upon the wetlands and the parkway even more.
You know, we would obviously fully ensure that the infrastructure is able to meet the use here.
Before the two teams move, the plan would have to be approved by the entire General Assembly and the Alexandria City Council. And a federal judge now ruling that a Confederate statue in Arlington National Cemetery can be taken down. That removal process can continue immediately. A group called Defend Arlington filed a lawsuit claiming grave sites would be damaged in the removal process. On Monday, a federal judge initially issued a temporary order pausing the removal, and the judge overseeing yesterday's hearing says he saw no evidence of that and allowed the removal to continue.
Your time right now is 6:09 this morning. Police in Tacoma Park are working to stop drivers from saving public parking spots. Officers say they've gotten complaints about drivers putting out cones to hold themselves a spot. Police say this is not allowed.
I can understand, people trying to reserve a spot just because it's difficult to get one.
It shows a little bit of a sign of desperation to me, but I think that to the extent that parking's public, then that should not be done.
Police also say that while they understand parking can be a challenge, they say it is crucial that everyone work together to create a community that values fairness and cooperation. All right, well, a new measure in Frederick County, Maryland, looking to further limit development around Sugarloaf Mountain failed 5-2 last night. The company that owns Sugarloaf has threatened to close access to the public if the county moved forward with such a plan. The measure would create new conservation practices and limit new developments to protect what the county calls one of the most significant natural areas in the county and the entire state.